greetings. It's me, Kerie Crystal Moonrise, and welcome to this episode of Kerie's Quick Tarot. Thank you so much for your time, for those of you who are catching this live, and for those of you who catch the replay. Either way, I appreciate you taking a couple of minutes or moments to share with me. If you just heard my stomach growl, I probably should have eaten something before starting this video. So hopefully my noise cancellation headphones will tune that out. I should be. But I didn't. But what I will do is take a sip of water and maybe that can help. Or not. Who knows? But hopefully it does. Alright, so let's start. Before I start this video, I'm going to pick a couple of cards from this Moonology Oracle cards deck. Okay, and if you're interested in any type of supplies from tarot cards, spiritual supplies, candles, anything that can help you along your spiritual journey, visit my website, legacykeeleaf.com. Now, what I will start with is something that I wrote, okay? And I'm just going to read this really quickly. It says, I do not consent to the stalking or monitoring of me or my children. I do not consent to any insurance policies of any kind taken out on me or any of my children without my consent, and I have not given consent. If you would like to support me in my efforts, purchase something from my website at legacykeeleaf.com. That's legacykeeleaf.com. All right. Thank you for that moment of me reading that. Okay, so I am just going to use my throat chakra tuning fork, and I have tuning forks for all of the chakra areas at my website. So if you have an area, a chakra area that you'd like to help get more in tuned, okay, or even in help you get it more balanced, consider a tuning fork, okay? And what you would do is take that tuning fork that's tuned for that particular chakra area and just hold it to the area. So this is tuned for the throat chakra, okay? I'll just do this one more time. All right. Because there's messages that need to be delivered, and I happen to be a messenger. Okay. So, all right. So, a messenger of the divine, source creator. All right. So, let's start. Some of these cards may be very self-explanatory, or I may just kind of get some further insights from the little booklet. Either way, let's see how we're going to do this. All right. So, Source, higher self, Holy Spirit guides, angels of the highest vibration, ancestors who love me, thank you so much for this moment, and for whoever's tuning in, please help guide this message. Thank you. And today, for those of you who like knowing what the date is, it's August 22nd, 2025. But this message is timeless for whenever you may come across it, okay? So take what resonates and leave the rest. This video is for entertainment purposes, okay? All right. Thank you. Source, higher self, Holy Spirit, guides, angels of the highest vibration, ancestors who love me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is the message from this particular deck that can be of inspiration or admonition or guidance of some sort to whoever's going to be tuning in? Thank you. Okay. I was thinking when one door opens, another door. When one door closes, another door opens. All right. So we got two cards that came in. There's full moon in Pisces, forgive, and actually in the last card reading that I just did a few minutes before starting this video, the heart chakra forgiveness card came out. And so you might want to check that video out after this if you'd like some more insight on that topic from that particular video. But forgive, okay? So perhaps there's someone in your experience that you might have to forgive, or who might have to forgive you, okay? But this card is out here, all right? And this also says reflect on your priorities. So what's important, right? What's important? Sometimes in order to really lock in on what's important, you might have to exercise some forgiveness, okay? Some forgiveness is a journey. So in exercising your forgiveness as you reflect on your priorities, it is very, very important to realize that forgiveness is a journey and not to allow yourself to feel pressured or rushed into forgiving based on other people's projections of how quickly you should do that. Okay? Because you are walking your own individual experience. The bottom line is to land in a place of forgiveness and to land where you're forgiving. But the journey to get there is a healing journey. So, what are you doing in order to allow yourself to heal? Because just wallowing on what happened and all that and getting mad about all of that, that doesn't help you heal. Sometimes you have to get in gratitude in order to move your vibrational frequency higher, in order to be able to look at something from a different perspective, in order to forgive. Sometimes that can happen within minutes. Sometimes that can happen within hours. Sometimes that can, it's all relative to where you are on your journey and your experience. So it's very important to land here, forgiveness, as you reflect on your priorities. And what are your priorities? Are your priorities what your priorities are, or are they what other people want your priorities to be? It's very important that you allow yourself to really lock in on what it is that you are to do and not what other people think you should be doing. Okay? Let's see if we can get another card out. Because whatever happened that puts you in a place where you have to land here on your journey of healing, you know, what happened in your experience? You don't have to tell me, you know. But if this resonates, put a thumbs up in the comments or something so that I, know that you might be on your healing journey. We all go through a healing journey at some point in our lives. Sometimes we may land in situations where we really trusted people, only for those people to have had malicious intent towards us. And so, sometimes it takes a little longer for some to move beyond people who really, really were out to get them. And when I say out to get them, really out to destroy them, really out to see them not here anymore. So if that is the case for someone, if that might be your story, and someone just says, "I'll just forgive." Aren't you supposed to forgive? And I've mentioned this already, both videos that I've done today. This is my third video. In both videos, this topic came out. And the concept of forgiveness. Sometimes you have to forgive yourself before you can forgive someone else. So how long does it take you to forgive you? So that you can reflect on your priorities. Not forgiving someone else before you forgive yourself. That's backwards. That's what most people who are narcissistic would want you to do. To just exercise forgiveness of them, forgive them, and move on. But how can you forgive someone else before you forgive yourself for allowing you to put yourself in the position that you have to forgive them in the first place? Right? So, what is it about you that you have to heal within yourself so that you can first forgive yourself, and then, as you reflect on your priorities, allow yourself to exercise forgiveness of someone else? Yeah, that's a personal question. You have to think about that for yourself. What do you have to forgive yourself about? What did you do to you? Did you not love yourself enough so that you put yourself in a position that was not healthy for you? Did others not love you enough? Did others not teach you how to love you? So, if that's the case, then once you discover that is how important it is for you to love you, you have to forgive yourself for just for whatever it is that you are going through. Allow yourself to be okay with forgiving you. Because then you'll be in a stronger position to be able to forgive somebody else for whatever betrayals it is that they may have committed against you. If you don't forgive yourself first, sometimes that can take some time. So take some time to sit with yourself, meditate, pray, whatever it is that you do. But really go within and figure out what is it that you have to forgive yourself about that you then have to maybe ask someone to forgive you for. Maybe you're the one who needs to ask for forgiveness instead of assuming that someone should just forgive you. Have you even asked for their forgiveness? Or is it that you just, if you're the person who is saying, just get over it, why can't they just forgive? Isn't that what they're supposed to do? Isn't that what, did you ask for forgiveness? Or is it just an assumption that that's what's supposed to happen? So I'm talking to a few different types of energies here. Those that need to forgive themselves first before they can allow themselves to open up to then explore the concept of moving beyond something painful that they had to really endure and move past in order to then land in a place strong enough within themselves that they can say, you know what, I got over it, I'm good, and okay, I can move on. Perhaps them moving on is the forgiveness. Perhaps you moving on in your experience after you allowed yourself to forgive yourself, perhaps you moving on in your journey is the forgiveness. And saying, you know what, I'm good. I'm going to just move on. It doesn't mean anything that perhaps you don't not perhaps you're not holding any animosity towards the anyone. What if that's the case? What if you're so balanced within yourself, you've allowed yourself to get to a balanced place within yourself where you've forgiven yourself, and so that you're able to just move on? Maybe that is the goal, the place to land at, and not allowing yourself to put yourself back in a position with anyone that has betrayed you in any way, shape, or form, where you end up back in a position to have to forgive yourself again for doing it again. How many times do you have to keep putting yourself in a position before you realize maybe you just shouldn't put yourself in that position? And maybe forgiving yourself is what helps you recognize your own value so that you don't keep putting yourself in positions that are not beneficial for your best life, self, and self-development. Okay? So reflect on your priorities. What are your priorities? Is having a best life experience a priority? If that is, then you definitely have to forgive yourself first for allowing you to be, for allowing yourself to have allowed yourself to be placed in different situations and circumstances that hopefully you grew from. Because if you're going to be in a situation that you have to forgive yourself about, hopefully you learned a lesson from it. Hopefully you grow from it so that you don't repeat the cycles. And forgiveness of yourself helps you not repeat the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over and over and over. At some point, you gotta, you know, get off the mistake wheel, right? All right, let's see if there's anything else that comes up. Source, higher self, Holy Spirit, guides, angels of the highest vibration, and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm just talking. Camera. Source, higher self, Holy Spirit, guides, angels of the highest vibration, and I have to fix her glasses. I cannot. All right, there we go. But yes, landing in a place of forgiveness is the key to a balanced heart chakra. But you have to first forgive yourself. And sometimes forgiving others, sometimes you can forgive someone without them even asking for the forgiveness. You just move on. So just move on. Source, higher self, Holy Spirit, guides, angels of the highest vibration, ancestors who love me. Is there anything else with regards to this message? If not, I will leave it right there. Look at that. 2 more cards came out. It says, make time for self-love. Love yourself. Make time to love yourself. That is part of forgiving yourself. To allow yourself to experience self-love. What is self-love? That means that you're not so focused on other people pandering to you. You're not so focused on other people showing you that they love you. It's nice when people do that. But you show you that you love you. You do nice things for you. You take yourself out. You buy yourself some nice things. You cook for you. You do for you. It's self-love. Forgiving yourself. Get your priorities straight. Exercise some self-love. Sometimes that's discipline. Self-discipline. And relax. You got this. Okay? Relax. Sometimes self-love, making time for yourself, is to land where you can relax. Okay? But forgive yourself. Makes it more, it makes it easier to then be able to move on. Apologize to yourself. Okay? Make amends with yourself. Then you can be in a stronger position, stronger place to then face anything and anyone else that you may have offended to come from a sincere place of apology, to either ask for forgiveness or a sincere place to be able to hear them ask you for your forgiveness. Okay? But whether landing at forgiveness is the key, but sometimes at the end of the day, you still have to move on. All right. That's it for now. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Kerie, Crystal Moonrise. And once again, I'm going to read this. You might say, why you keep reading that? Because I'm being guided to. And so I like doing what I'm guided to do, irregardless to whether or not anyone thinks it's right or not. I don't really care. I do what I'm guided. All right. I do not consent to the stalking or monitoring of me or my children. I do not consent to any insurance policies of any kind taken out on me or any of my children without my consent, and I have not given consent. If you would like to support me in my efforts, purchase something from my website at legacykeyleaf.com. Okay? So thank you so much for your time. I'm Kerie Crystal Moonrise. And yeah, oh, I should tell you guys about my song. I have a song out called Feels Good. And on the music streaming platforms, I am known as Empress Kerie. All right, so check out my song if you're inspired to. Otherwise, I will see you when I see ya. Take care. Have an amazing day if you want. And remember to forgive yourself. Okay? And relax. You got this. Bye.